Alright, so this is going to be the tutorial for NUMB. I'm going to try and keep it as easy as possible, and I'm going to simplify it right down so there shouldn't be any problems with the left hand either, which is usually where people get slipping up. Alright, so in case you are totally new, I'm going to just show you where to place your hand for the song. Right thumb, put it on the A, index finger on C, middle finger on G, ring finger E, pinky on F. And at the start of it you can kind of bounce around on the D as much as you want at the start, like they do in the song, but that's not really clear, you know that. Or you just go straight into it. Right, just for this, so I don't have to waste time like bouncing around on it, I'm just going to go straight in every time. So once you've got your hand placed there, what you want to do is see now that you don't have to be moving your hand around for what we're doing right now. So it starts with your thumb, to your index finger, back to your thumb, to your middle finger, to your pinky, to the ring finger. Just give that a try there. Alright, so I'll move on to the next phrase after that. So after it goes so shouldn't be any problems here, so it goes so again it's thumb up to your index finger, back to your thumb, pinky, ring finger, index finger. Alright, so that's basically the intro to the song, so together that's okay, so just give that a try there. Just give it a few seconds. Alright, now to link the intro into the verse, you can just go straight afterwards, so then you go into the verse, which I'll get to in a minute. So just bear in mind that I'm going to try and keep your hand not moving as much, but there will be some times where you do have to move your hand, alright? So you shouldn't have any problems. So like I'd say by now that you may or may not have the intro. Well, let's just say you do, and then you're moving on to the verse. Now the verse isn't too hard. So I'm going to start with my index finger on the D. So it goes okay, so we'll do that a bit slower. So index finger on the D. So D, 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 up to the D sharp with your middle finger, back down to the D. D again. C. Now cross over and put your index finger on the B flat. So alright, just give that a shot now. Alright, so after your part which you have just done, so that's now straight off that it bounces back into something pretty similar. So since you're only really using 3 notes there for that little bit, it's really the more rhythm that's important. So don't just be making everything the same. because that will make it sound truly awful, so I just don't. So you need to punctuate it with the rhythm, so. Which you know, now back. If you want to give that a try there. Right, so together, the two parts of the verse sound like. Alright, now the next part of the verse, so you're going to keep your index finger where it is on D, then you put your ring finger on, middle finger on E, ring finger F, pinky on G. So if you know the song, it does help to sing it in your head or out loud if you need to when you're learning something new, because it helps you remember what you're doing, keep the rhythm, and you'll know if you're playing something wrong. So this is how it goes on every step that I take. Right, so. I'll go through that a bit slower. Right, so you start off with your index finger, up to your pinky, ring finger, back to your index, and now do something similar again. So ring, pinky. For there, you just move your middle finger up there to the D flat, or E flat, sorry. So a little bit quicker and a bit more fluid together, that would sound like. Okay, now following that, it's pretty much the same thing, slightly different ending, alright? So after doing that, it goes. So it's exactly the same except for the very last bit. Instead of going, you're going. Okay. So I'll go through that again if you need it. Alright, now that leads us straight into the chorus, which, if you feel you're able for it, you can do an octave stretch of what I'm going to do here, but I'm just going to do it within the same octave so that everybody's able to do it, okay? So, just keep it where it is for the moment, your finger. So, alright, and that's really easy, 3 notes. You only need thumb, index finger and your middle finger, and keep your index finger on the D, thumb on the C, middle finger on the E. So once again, just sing it in your head if you need to. I know it might look a bit stupid, but it does help. So. Now skip down to your thumb. Alright, now that's pretty much the entirety of the song in the right hand, and the left hand is really easy as well. So, if you'll just give me a second to get up and move the camera, I'll show you the left hand. Right, there's only 4 notes you need for the entire song in the left hand, and they are D, B flat, C. So the way I would do this, I'd put my thumb on D, I put my index finger on C, I put my ring finger, my middle finger, on B flat, and my pinky on F. So then it's really easy. It's this, it goes D, B flat, F, C. Just go through that a few times so you can get it into your head. Okay, so that lasts for the entire song. And if you decide that you're going to get adventurous and like you're going to try something to make it it makes it sound a bit better, but it's not so much better if you're only starting off that you're going to have to do it, alright? So what it is you're doing. So what you're doing there is starting with your pinky and your thumb on the 2 Ds here, and then your index finger on the A in between them. So, and then you keep the exact same hand shape, move up and then into the B flat, and then you do the same thing. Don't move your hand shape, keep it exactly where it is, move it down to the F. Once again, just keep it there. Like the trick is to just not move your hand at all, and then move it back up to the C, and then that leads straight back into the D. But if you don't need to, if you're not going to do that, it doesn't really make a difference. It'll sound a little bit better, but it's not so much better that you want to be, you know, trying to do more than you're able. So if you're going to link them together, that's really where the hardest part of the left hand is going to be. So you'll just hear the right hand and then you'll link it in with the left hand. So okay, so the left hand starts actually before the right hand, so, and now that's when you go in. Down to the F. Up to the C. And when you go back down on the right hand, you go. And then from there it just loops back into the intro. And then it goes back into the verses. So those are the only 3 parts you need to know. Intro, verse, chorus. That's all you need to know. So I want to see if I can get a full shot of both my hands together, which I probably can't because my camera isn't very widescreen, but we'll give it a try. Alright, so just remember where you're placing your hands, and I'm not going to explain again because if you need to know, just go back in the video. Alright, so it's all circles from there, so it just goes back to the everything you know. So once you know the song, sing it in your head as you're playing it. Should have it grand, alright?